All right, welcome to not the eBay shop. Welcome to the storage shop.
Yes, the one that we're not supposed to be using for storage.
Yep, my name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage, and today we are going to start going through our storage unit as promised, or both storage units. We have two of them packed in here behind us, and we know there's furniture in here. We know a few of the things that are in here. We've kind of just started grabbing a few boxes and organizing a little bit. And we figured we might as well just share it with you guys as we go. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. No way we can get through all of this.
No, we have boxes that are on the other side over there that I didn't even realize we had on the other side of the furniture.
Yep, this shop from where I'm at goes another 40 feet that way and probably another 20 feet that way. We're a long ways from being able to get through all of this stuff. But we're going to share what we can get through with you guys today and show you some of the things we found that are worth, we hope, something.
Yeah.
We don't know what yet.
We might show some comps depending on what it is, if it's something easy to look up, but we'll see, I guess.
But we did find a few cool things. And
we did. We're
not going to be doing what sold type stuff in this video. It's just all the good stuff. It's all the treasure hunt. All right, so let's just go ahead and just grab something. We'll grab anything. You. One of the first things we found in the big storage unit was another one of these Schumacher's. If you've been watching a while, you know we've sold a lot of these, and we usually get between 50 and 100 bucks for these, depending on which models they are. This is a pretty stout one. It's a good one. We haven't comped it out, but I'm guessing probably in the 70 range, and it's in really good shape.
Do I get to test it?
We will get to test it.
One of the things I found that I don't know if it's worth anything, whoever was part of the small storage unit.
Yeah, the dingy unit that was full of dog hair.
Yep, they worked for Snap-on or Matco.
No, they were just a mechanic.
Oh, well, okay, so they were a mechanic. They still collected Matco, Snap-on. So we found these cool glasses. It is a set of 4. They are Snap-on glasses. Let me open up and pull one out. There are 4 of them. They have the different logos that Snap-on has used throughout the years.
Yeah. In a former life, in a former profession, I was a mechanic at one time, and I know that usually anything that has Snap-on in it is worth some money. Snap-on tends to be more expensive just because of the brand on it. So I don't know if these are worth anything or not, but when I see the brand Snap-on something, I do tend to pay attention.
There's 4 from 1923, 1948, 1950, and 1995 are the logos that they have on there.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's just a cool little collector set that the guy on the truck was selling the poor guys with the tools and putting them in debt for 12 years of payments, but now it's ours to sell. What
else do we got?
Okay, here's a cool one we found. It looks like everything is here, and it's kind of one of those backup. It's RAAYOO brand, so I'm sure it's just a Chinese brand, but it's a full backup camera system with the screen that goes in the car and the backup camera that goes on the back of like an RV or a trailer. And it seems to be complete and all there. I have no idea if that has value, but I'm guessing it sells for something. So we'll be able to plug that all in and test it with our 12-volt battery charger and see if it works. And if it does, then we can get that for sale.
We found some different I think they're all PS3 games, aren't they?
Yep. All except that one.
Ooh. I like those though. Those are the ones that sell too. It's like a mood screen for your TV.
Yeah, screensaver for the DVD player.
But we have a couple different games. They're PS3, BioShock, God of War, Darksider, whatever, some of those. And then we also have a couple of books for the manual or for the games.
Yeah, the game guides or whatever. So those game guides usually sell fairly decent. We'll see if they're worth anything. But we actually have a companion.
Oh, we do. We can test it.
We found the full PS3 in the box with all the foam, all the attachments, everything's in there. So they packed it all back up. It is used.
Yep.
But they packed it all back up in the original box. So it is good to go. 250 gig version. And it's not a real expensive one, but with the box and everything with it, I think we'll do okay on it.
I think they have extras in there too. I don't think it's just that. I think there's might be even an extra handle or something in there with it. So.
Yep.
Don't know much about toasters, but we kind of looked this one up. It is a Cuisinart. It is a bagel toaster, and
we actually have a second one of these that's, I believe, the same brand. What we have found out is looking them up, the bagel toasters seem to be worth a little bit more.
I cook my bagels in my toaster.
We have yet to clean one and actually sell it though. So
no, yeah, this one looks like it's going to need some
They do need a little TLC.
It is going to need some TLC.
Which is probably why we have another one just like it sitting on our shelf, because we haven't cleaned it. But this one came as a package deal. Yep,
it just came. Here you go. It was
in our storage unit. So now we have to clean them. And since we're in kitchen goods, we'll talk about our Faberware waffle maker. It's a double waffle maker. And we just about threw it away because it's pretty grungy. Like, it's really greasy and dirty. We actually were going to throw it away until we looked it up. And this one comped out for like $120. And that's on the low end of used ones.
Can we say hello cleaning, Teresa?
Yep. So we will be degreasing that because they do seem to sell. Teresa will be degreasing that because they do seem to sell. If I degrease it, I'm doing it with a garden hose.
You can't do that.
And I think you might be able to get away with that.
No, it has electronics. Okay, so since we're on the subject of kitchen, we have a few more kitchen items.
Do we?
We do.
I know we do.
We have these. I don't know if they're worth anything, but because they have the nice KitchenAid name on it, usually KitchenAid is worth some money, but it's like a set of five regular bowls.
And then a little
then measuring bowls. These are like mixing bowls, and these are little measuring bowls.
Yep. It's kind of like Snap-on for the kitchen, right? KitchenAid?
No, that would be Tupperware.
Not quite that high a brand, but...
Oh, no, Tupperware is not high-end brand.
No, I'm saying the KitchenAid is a higher brand than Tupperware. So they may be worth something as a set. Certainly as a set, I would think we'd be able to get some money out of them.
And they seem to be in fairly good condition. I mean, they need washed, but I wash all of our dishes.
I think those came out of our nicer unit, so they were a little more taken care of. And our mechanic also had his toys. He had a Matco tools. We found a couple Matco tool things, a fender cover, some stuff like that, but we also found...
When you say fender cover, does that mean like you put it over the fender while you're working on it so you don't scratch the car?
It's got magnets that you can lay over the fender while you have your hood up, so you can set your tools and stuff on the fender without scratching anything.
Gotcha.
And then we found this remote control car with the remote and everything. It's not worth a ton. I think I found it for like 30 bucks on the low end. So even 25 bucks used and tested, that's one more chunk of money gone out of the storage unit. So that one's pretty cool, and it's in good shape, really. It doesn't look like it's been used much.
Oh my God.
Did you find the small one?
I found the small one. So in here as well was an Instapot. We did find two of them. This one came out of the nicer storage unit, and so it's not brand new. It's used. They put it back in the box for storage.
That's one thing with that newer unit, the nicer unit, they did tend to save their boxes. They put most of their stuff in the original boxes.
Yeah, we had a heater that's over there that was from the newer unit, and they still have the box behind me.
Yeah, they had a box for everything, which is great.
But it does seem to be in good shape. It will need a good cleanup just because, I don't want to sell it without cleaning it. Which is something I do with, almost, like I said before, almost all of our dishes I clean.
Yep.
But we've sold one of these before. It was a Pioneer Woman, so it wasn't an Instapot brand, but it was a Pioneer Woman, and that one sold really good, so I have faith that this one will do good too.
Yep. And we did have a second one of these that's just nasty and doesn't have a box, and I don't think we're going to do much with that. We may hose it off and try and sell it, but it isn't going to go for as much. It's in rough shape.
No, and that one I might just do local pickup, sell on Facebook Marketplace for somebody local to use.
Now, these I don't know if they're going to have any value as what they are. They're computers. I got 2 HP laptops, and I have no idea what kind of shape they're in. No idea if they'll boot up or run when they do. But one thing we have had luck with is tearing these laptops apart and selling the screens and the power ports and pretty much all the little parts that you could take off of it, the Wi-Fi cards inside, everything. And they do sell fairly decently, and they don't sit around for very long. So even if they don't boot up, there's probably a couple $100 worth of parts in these 2 laptops. Yep.
We do have, which I don't know where it's buried right now, but we did find going through some stuff. We have an old Apple computer.
So we got one of these old guys, it does have all the hookups. We found all the cords and everything for it. I've not even tried to power it up yet, but we'll see if that powers up. It could be pretty cool. It might be worth something, but I have no idea.
Didn't we find one of those when we went to that garage sale that we went to like 3 times? Didn't they have one there? I think
they had an Apple box that looked like that, but it was like a router. Oh, it wasn't a computer.
Okay, I will stay on the kitchen theme today. I thought about keeping this one for myself because it's digital, but I'm not quite sure. But it is a Crock-Pot brand Premier Edition Crock-Pot that has a touch screen on it.
And she has like 12 Crock-Pots, so she really doesn't need it.
I only have 2 crock pots, 2 big crock pots, 1 little crock pot, and an Instant Pot Pampered Chef all cooker.
Seems like a lot of pots. I'm not complaining. I get to eat, so whatever.
Guess what? Christmas time comes around. I need 2 pots for soup.
We'll see. We may end up not selling this one.
So this one, like I said, it's out of the good storage unit, so it is like they put it back in the original box, so it just needs a good washing down, and I think it'll be fine. I just haven't looked it up.
Oh, speaking of original boxes, we've got this bad boy. It's a whole Bose sound system. Cinemate Bose Series 2.
We have sold some of those speakers.
And I have no idea what that's worth. We haven't looked it up. I don't think we even comped that yet, but it's all in there. All the foam is in there, the speakers, the remote control, the manuals. Like, it's complete. So
I'm kind of excited. That would be an easy list. So that might be what I list tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be super simple list and package. We could basically wrap that with our paper and throw a label on it and shoot it out of here. So I'm sure that's worth something. I just don't know what, but it seems to be in almost new condition. So that was a good find. I love finding boxes that have the actual things in them. That might be an easy list. So I'm trying to find the easy list things to get them out of here. The big things that are easy list to get them out of here, so we don't have to put them on a storage shelf. that I don't have storage room for in our other shop yet. So in our storage unit, I don't even know which one it was. It was in the good unit. But they have these things. They are Philips lighting, and it lights up. It sits on this little angle right here, and it's like a light, and it has a remote, and it changes colors. Yep, all different kinds of. It's just an LED color changing light globe thing. Yeah, and we tested it. It does work. And there's actually, what, 2 or 3 of those? There are 2 of these. There's 2 of those, and then there's a bunch of smart bulbs as well that do the same thing. They just are a regular light bulb that goes in. So I don't know if this guy had a little sex dungeon going or what he had going on, or just some kind of a media studio. Or so this one has the light bulbs. It has this, and then we have a bunch of other light bulbs that match with this. Yep. So, and those actually did comp out pretty well. I don't remember what, but I remember when we looked them up, I think they were in the $20 to $30 range per piece, maybe more. This might have been more, and the light bulbs were, I don't remember. I know there's probably $200 in the box worth of the light bulb type stuff. So I think we remember looking them up and them being pretty decent. There's a whole bunch of just the plain light bulbs in there that this one has never been opened. It's still sealed, factory sealed. Yep. So those will be pretty good. I think just with what we've showed you so far, we've probably paid for most of the units, if not the U-Haul and the gas. And as you can kind of see, we haven't really even touched this yet. But we still have, well, several boxes of books. I would say 5 or 6 boxes of books, which we've been processing through slowly but surely. We've already started listing them. We've already actually sold a few. And those are going to be a process. Like there's no good way when you get a bulk load of books. 90% of them are garbage or $2, $3 books. We might have to have a chat with Back from Burnout? Oh, Mel. Yeah, that sells a lot of books in Australia. So we are taking a page out of her book, and we're taking all the similar authors or similar genres, and we're grouping them up, and we're going to try and sell lots. We'll see if that works. But there were, I don't know, probably 8 or 10 standouts that were worth between $15 and $50 per book. So even if we had to donate the rest of them, we're going to do pretty well on the books. It's just a matter of getting through them. We also have all these boxes. So as Corey referenced, we do have 3 full boxes and a partial box right here, but I do know there's at least 1 or 2 more boxes back there. Yeah. Of DVDs. Something we've sold a lot of. We bought a huge lot to start off with that had, what, 1,600 movies? Yeah, that was one of our first major lot buys, was a bulk buy of DVDs and Blu-rays, and we have made our money back probably 8 or 10 times by now. Yep. So in these boxes down here are a whole bunch of different movies. Some of them are just basic genre movies, you know, the typical things you see in the theaters. A lot of box sets. This one is Oliver Stone collection, but it goes over like Born on the 4th of July, Nixon, Wall Street, bunch of cool movies. Yeah. I was just naming them. Not everybody knows. I do not know all Oliver Stone movies. So I was just naming them. But yeah, this one box that she's pulling out of actually has quite a few box sets in it. Some of them are live concert box sets from some 80s bands, which seem to comp out pretty well. So there are some real standouts in here, but again, it's DVDs, so we'll pick out the cream of the crop and then we'll lot up the rest.
Yep, we did, in these boxes, we did find 4, I think there were 4 different music CD sets. This is one, it's Nirvana. It's complete. It has all the DVDs. It has the book, which a lot of them I found do not have that book with them.
We also found what? We found Doors and Grateful Dead.
I don't, what's that little white one? It's got that weird
That's Grateful Dead.
Okay, yeah, that one comped out really good. Yep. And then the last one was...
Well, the Doors was in there, and I don't know what the last one was.
Elton John.
Elton John.
Elton
there
John.
It is.
Yes, so that one, those 4 comped out really good.
Yeah,
so,
because his CD covers put together like a puzzle to make his face.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And I complained because the CDs are in there backwards to meet up to create his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a whole bunch of movies that we have to go through. What else did we find?
Okay, one part of the big storage unit, the one that was fairly clean and taken care of, was probably 5 or 6 wardrobe boxes, which kind of shows they cared about their clothes a little bit because they were all in wardrobe boxes and all of them were in plastic in the wardrobe boxes.
Most of them are in the Scotchgard plastic bags.
We don't know anything about clothes. Like this is a major mystery for us. We've started looking at them a little bit, but we're still very much in the dark on these. But there were some really cool, suit jackets, blazers? What would you call them?
Sports coats.
Sports coats?
Sports coats or blazers. And
so we'll show you some of those.
Yeah, we did reach out to somebody in our group that we have to ask if anybody had heard of that brand. And they all said they're pretty cool. The louder the pattern, the better they sell. So we have, I think, 3 of them that we're going to show to you out of all of them.
Okay, so plain old looking pinstripe sports coat, nothing too fancy about them. The buttons are a little ornate, but then on the insides, they have these crazy, I don't know what you'd even call that, but a lot of them are really colorful patterns on the inside.
The brand that's on most of these really cool jackets is
something?
Robert Graham. Robert
Graham.
Graham.
Yep.
I got to go through all the pockets.
Yeah, we'll have to check all the pockets and stuff here. But yeah, they all have these different patterns in them, which are pretty cool. And we're going to have to look them up to see what they're worth. But if they sell, and the ones we have looked up seem to have an okay sell-through rate, like at least 50 to 60% sell-through rate. And
they go anywhere from $30 to $300 depending on, or more depending on the pattern that you have.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any home runs here, and I don't know how clean these are. Like some of them look a little bit dirty, but we're going to find out. And we have so many of them. We'll show you a few more.
We'll show you 2 more. So as Corey said, you know, it's a basic, I mean, you look at it from the back, you think it's just an old suit jacket, but then you flip that thing around, and this one doesn't.
Bam.
You know, this one's not as ornate as the other ones. Like the other one had it all the way through. This one just has it right here.
It looks like a lighter jacket, like more of a summer.
It is. The only thing with it is I just noticed on this one, it has some yellowing on the collar that I might look up and see if there's a way to remove that. I'm guessing it's just sweat.
I'll bet there is. I'll bet we can probably get them clean.
But I got to do some research because I've looked in here and I don't see any tags.
No, but you see the name on top.
No, I know.
Well, as far as model. And
yeah, but well, what they're made
size.
of. What they're made of will determine whether you can wash it or whether you have to dry clean it.
What's this back here? Is there a tag under the collar?
No, it's a fabric. It's more Babam fabric.
It's more Babam.
So that's one.
Okay, so once again, you got kind of a really thin pinstripe jacket here. It's a fairly light jacket, but heavier than the one you just had. And this one has like a full liner.
Yeah, like look at that pattern.
And that's got all kinds of Babam in it, doesn't it?
It's space.
Yeah.
That's an astronaut.
That has words.
I don't think so. So they're really cool. Like I've never seen them before, but they caught my eye because, you know, it looks like a plain old suit jacket when you see it, but you open it up and bam.
And there's the tag again, the Robert Graham. So the name is in different spots every time, it seems like.
Sometimes it's up on the collar, sometimes it's on the inside of the lapel.
So I think we've got, at least four wardrobe boxes full of that kind of stuff. A lot of them are those blazers and jackets. There's some that are shirts and pants, slacks.
Slacks. They're in the, we refer to them as the better storage unit, the grungy storage unit. However, in the grungy storage unit, there were some, I think that was that unit that had some bags of clothes that were in like under bed storage things. We did throw a couple of them away right away because they were white t-shirts and I dropped them out of the package because the package broke open. But we haven't gone through those. I don't know what kind of shape any of those are in.
No, those were actually in the good unit.
Were they?
Yeah, those were in the good unit because those have some really nice, like, Argyle looking sweaters, and they actually have some nice stuff. But we did go through 2 boxes of clothing out of the dog hair unit, and when you grab the clothes, they just go poof with white hair.
Yep, we didn't keep many of those.
Kind of musty.
I did grab some baby clothes that were in there that I washed. I have another tote that I just found of baby clothes. I'm going to wash them. I'm going to sell them on Marketplace for really cheap, you know, because nobody wants to pay full price for baby clothes. And if you can find some that are in good shape that don't have stains on them, I'd rather do that than throw them away.
It's for the children.
It's for the children. Okay, what else did we have?
Okay, so it's really tough to grab more of this stuff and bring it up here because we're starting to get to the point where we've got to jump over things. But we can kind of maneuver a little bit rather than try and bring it up here. I'm going to grab our other camera and take Teresa's lovely camera away from her, and we're just going to go on the road. We're going to walk through here and see what else we can kind of see. We're not going to get through all of it. There's a lot of stuff we can't dig in yet, but we can kind of give you a bird's eye view from the top and see what we can see.
Do I get to be Vanna White?
Okay, Vanna.
Come this way. So this is some of the furniture. These 2 items came out of the...
Oh, you can't really see
You can't really see. They came out of the dog hair unit.
Yep.
It is missing the bottom drawers, but, you know, somebody may want it.
There's our red leather chair.
That is there's a matching couch for that.
These are the under storage bags. Those actually have some decent stuff in them. We just haven't been through them yet.
Yep. Some of the stuff back here. Ooh, I know something we can show them. Hold on.
That cart's pretty cool.
Is that cart? It does roll.
It does roll.
It just doesn't turn.
Nope.
I'm gonna take a sneak peek.
And those shelves, they're all like pyramid shaped. There's coffee table and end tables. Those are pretty cool.
Yep. One of the other things that we found in the unit that we don't really know what to do with is
artwork.
Stuff like this. Like it is, this is actually painted.
It's got a big dent in it on that top corner.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does on the painting.
Oh, it does right there. I don't know. But, shit, I hit my mic. Hold on. They do have certificates of authenticity in them.
These are... They look just like they're painted, but it actually says they're printed. They're prints.
It's printed on canvas?
They are printed on canvas. It actually tells you what printer was used to print them, and it's a paint printer. It's really cool, but they are from an artist in Europe somewhere, and they're prints.
This one is not. This says it's a Picasso. I don't think it's a real Picasso.
That's an Amazon Picasso.
But it's cool.
We don't know. All these came out of the same unit, and some of these I think are decent.
Look at that one. That one's really cool. In freedom we trust.
Yep. There are some really cool prints with the certificate of authenticity. There are some painted canvases over there.
Yep. There is, what's his name?
I don't know.
President Obama.
There's a framed Obama picture.
With a dollar bill on it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's for. It's like campaign donation or something.
No, it wasn't. It was a check.
Yeah.
For $1, I think. But,
no idea what that was about. There's some more of the wardrobe boxes we were talking about. There's at least 2 more there.
That one has pants in it. I don't know what's in that one. We do have, real quick, some lamps that are just some basic.
Careful, there's bulbs in the bottom of that.
Basic, this looks like it came from China, whatever.
We have a bunch of this type of furniture here that are like tile top.
Oh yeah, there's
like stone top tables.
2 end tables.
And a big coffee table.
Big coffee table.
Yep.
Yes. I don't know which way you can get through.
We have that media cart back there. That media cart is on wheels and it rolls nice. So you can kind of see that dresser back there. We have that whole bedroom set for that dresser. And that dresser is so heavy. That one wasn't bad. Well, there's a match to it. They're both pretty heavy, but the big one was way heavier. And they have the matching, here's the matching nightstands. Really cool feature. They have USB ports built into them on the back. So you just plug it in, you can plug your USB in. You see there's some cushions and other lamps and stuff up here. Some more clothes. You see our headboards for that same matching set, there's headboards here.
Do you want me to sneak forward? I can get through right here. Oh. Or are you going to go around? Ooh, shit, that should
Another wardrobe box.
Brand new. I don't know if it's brand new. It's probably used since knowing him.
The Blu-ray?
Blu-ray, network Blu-ray disc player.
I'm guessing it's actually what's in there. Everything else we've opened has been what was in it, so. There's an iron down in there.
There's an iron, I don't even know.
We have some really, this luggage over here is really nice luggage. We got to look it up, but it seems to be really nice luggage.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that.
We have a whole outdoor furniture set. Like all the, I don't know if the chairs are there. These aren't the outdoor chairs. These
no, there's not. There's no chairs for that. It's just the...
But it's all outdoor furniture, and they've got tiles that go in the top.
From what I read, it said hallway table. So I don't know if they go outside. They might just be decorative indoors.
Okay.
You could probably use them outdoors.
And if you're wondering that giant box under it all, that's a freaking treadmill.
Yes. Yes, it is. One of the other cool things that we found was this thing.
Oh, is that a steamer?
It is a steamer. Like it's an in-home, put your jacket on there, close it, and it's a steamer. Like it will unwrinkle your clothes.
You can see the red couch to that matching leather chair that was in the back.
Here is the fancy dresser that we about killed ourselves. This is an adjustable mattress box spring. So, you know, has the 5 different spots that it can go up, down, left, right, not left, right, up, down.
There is another couch set back there.
There is. There's your outdoor one. It's the wicker one.
Yeah. There's a couple big area rugs, and there are a box spring and a mattress back there. That most of the box springs and mattresses we get, we throw straight out into the driveway and we burn them. These ones are actually in really good shape. There's no stains. They look almost brand new, and they're in plastic, so we kept those.
Yes. And you can't see on the back side over there, but there's a little table and chairs.
Yep.
We found 2 table and chair sets in our thing that we kept, and
you can see some shelving and some garbage cans up there in the corner.
Oh,
so there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of little boxes like that tucked around here that we have not gone through yet. All right, so that's the lion's share of it. I mean, we can't dig much more until we have a way to process some of this, but I think we've shown a good chunk of it.
We did.
I'm sure there's some surprises left for us.
Yep, there probably is, but we'll go a little bit at a time and start going through it.
We did find one big surprise in here, which we'll save that for later.
Oh yeah, I sent that to some people, what we found. One thing that's not on here that we did find, we can maybe snap a picture and throw it up on here for you guys to see or whatnot. But in a box in here that's now over in our other actual eBay store, there was a box of pans. All clad copper core pans.
Yep. And I think I do have a snippet of video from that. I'll see if I can grab it and put it in here. But those pans we already listed, right?
Yep, they're all listed. I haven't sold any yet because they are higher dollar pans. So I don't think, besides the one that's non-stick that has the black Teflon in it, that one I listed for like 45 bucks. All of the rest of them listed for over $100. Most of them look like they have never been used.
Yep.
They're in the original boxes. A lot of them have the original plastic, the original warranty manual. It has the covers for the lids. They are like, they're in good shape. I only had to clean one really good. The other ones I just wiped down with Dawn dish soap and whatnot. But I did have to take one in the house and actually scrub it.
And that box of pans, when we got done listing the whole box of pans, what did we have for listing?
Somewhere between, I can't remember 100% off the top of my head, but somewhere between $1,000 and $1,400.
Yeah, it was in there. I think it was over 12 if I remember right, but it was up there. That box of pans
pays for our entire unit times 2.
Yep, pays for everything. It pays for the unit, pays for the U-Haul, pays for the gas, pays for a little bit of the aggravation I had with Grams for buying it. She's gonna need a couple boxes of those pans.
That's in the past. Get over it.
It's in the past.
It's in the past.
But that's it in a nutshell. This is a storage unit. Now there is a lot of trash. Matter of fact, like here's just a sampling of some of the trash we're throwing out.
It was. So in the dog hair storage unit, it was bad. Like we didn't keep hardly anything. No clothes, no.
Well, it wasn't just dog. If it was just dog hair, we could have lint rolled it. We could have washed it. We could have done a lot of things. I think if you tried to run that dog hair through, you would have been better off with like a wool spinning wheel to make yarn, because it wasn't going to be good in a washing machine, and it smelled musty and it smelled smoky. So anything porous pretty much had to go out of that unit. There are a few things, small things like hats, that we have in another box that we're going to try and run through with our ozone machine in a small room, then lint roll them and wash them in the washer and do what we can, because there were some decent hats.
Yeah, there was some, weren't there some Snap-on and Matco, that type?
So we'll try and save stuff like that, but there is a ton of work worth of just, like, we've gotten rid of at least one full dumpster already.
Yep, and this stuff that's back here behind the cameras, we'll probably fill the dumpster again.
Plus we've got 2 mattresses and a box spring and a headboard and footboard that are out of here that were broke up and no good.
I will say though that most of the stuff we initially went through was all out of the tiny storage unit, and so that was where a lot of the garbage came from.
Yep, the good unit, or what we would say is the good unit, didn't have a lot of garbage in it. Most of the stuff that was in there was decent, and it was well taken care of. And there was a couple broken things, but not anything terrible. So
we did have fun going through the unit. I know Corey complains that it was a lot of work, but
it was a lot of unplanned work, and the timing was horrible. But
I'm pretty sure this will take us through the winter. We shouldn't have to source a whole lot, even though I still do. There are certain things I still look for.
Yeah, we're always on the lookout for a great deal. But between this building and our death pile in the actual eBay shop, I think we're good for winter, and now we can be very selective.
Yep, I agree 100%. We haven't gone, there's no garage sales to go to.
Yep.
So now our trips to the big old town.
We may splurge a little bit and buy some things at the Plains to Profit event in Omaha in February.
Make sure you check it out. We're so excited about it. It's coming together really nice.
We actually are part of the group putting it on. We got to be a part of that, and that's a lot of fun for us. It's a lot of work, but I think it's going to be a really cool event. We've been to a few of these, and we've never been to one where they actually have like a party bus to take you around to thrift shops and the stuff we're doing. So
if it entices you any to buy a ticket, Corey said there's a stripper pole.
You don't want to drive away customers. That's a holding on pole. That's so you don't fall down.
that's a old people pole.
That's it.
That's horrible too.
This is a bunch of it is a bunch of older resellers, so we need the safety rails.
Yes.
So yeah, probably won't be used as a stripper pole, but we do encourage you to check it out. Doesn't matter if you're from the Midwest, but it is a Midwest event, and it's the only one we know of that's kind of here in Central Standard Time Zone.
The best time zone out there.
It's normal time.
It is normal time, other than when your clock on your card doesn't reset to normal time.
Yep. So that's it. We're actually going to get out of here. We've got a lot of work to do, so we will see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.